talking to a guy who was an Iron Man in the NBA for over a decade, Uncle Ocho. Like I thoroughly enjoyed what I was doing, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game, and I never wanted to cheat the game. But I think we do have to take into consideration the way the game is being played today. Meaning it's a lot faster. The tempo is more upbeat, more pace. And back when AI and T Mac was playing, the game wasn't played as fast, man. You know what I mean?
They be lying. They be lying, bro. They be lying. They be lying, dog. And this is why you got to go back and you got to fact check these motherfuckers because they don't know what they be talking about. All right. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And right now, the game is playing sub 100. It ain't been 100 at pace, as you see right here, since 1920 season, right? And they'll make you believe that the pace is just so much more frantic than it was when T-Mac and them was doing their thing. At that, between them there in their time, it's not a difference between that time, 93, 91, 90, 90, 92, 92, 92, then 99. But once you kind of go back, in the late 80s, the pace was way more frantic than it is now. 100.6, 88, 89. 98.3, 89, 90. 87, 88, 99.6. 86, 87, 100.8. When is the last time they got 100.8 for a pace? This never happened. 100.8 hasn't happened. It hasn't happened since this point, right? You go down 185, 86, 102.1. Then 84, 85, the same. The previous season, 83, 84 at 101.4. And once you start digging at 70, 78, 79, 105.8. And remember, they was flying domestic flights and charter buses across the world. The first year they actually recorded the pace was 1973, 74. They had 107.8, 104.5, 105.5, 105.65. Dude, the NBA's pay, like once you really see, man, where they have you believe, and I've talked about this before, that you only can shoot 3-pointers, right? Is the only way that you can be successful playing in the NBA. And then, you got no, these dudes was playing in Chucks. They was playing in, they taking domestic flights. You know what I'm saying? Like they was flying with you. Like if you go through the airport during the season, you see a lot of the volleyball team and basketball teams in college taking the domestic flights. That's how they was flying. They want you to believe the propaganda that they putting out, that they playing so much faster. But also, let's just say that was true. They was playing so much faster. You know what else was going on? They actually was more physical. They actually went to the bucket. You actually can play through contact. You actually can foul. You actually can foul. You actually, everything wasn't every touch, every tap, every bump, every, blow by you. It wasn't considered. It wasn't a foul. It wasn't a foul. That's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it. They tell you like, oh, they're playing so much foul. It's a cop out, bro. They got better physicians, better technology, more intellect on how they moving right now. Doctors, more science, know better what the nutrition, what to eat, better knowing what they need to eat. Better amenities, private planes, chains, hot tubs, all that. This is a cap, bro. The athletes of today are really not better damn near than the athletes of yesteryears. And you start looking at this pace, it's not an excuse. It's just these motherfuckers are soft and they lazy. And you look at the points per game. Right now, they at 115.6 points per game this season, right? That's a high. That's the highest point per game we've seen throughout this whole decade. Throughout this whole century, right? And they're shooting 36.9 3-pointers a game to get to that number. Now, this is just, blind, a nigga blindly looking. You feel me? Check this out. They averaged, look, in 69, 70. It wasn't a 3-point line. They averaged 116.7 points a game with no 3-pointer, right? That's crazy. You start going and, just go throughout the 80s. They were at 108.5 and they made 0.5 3-pointers and attempted 2.3. Come on. They was at 110 points, 0.8 points per game, right? In 1984-85. They made less than 1 3-pointer a game. They took 3.1 as a collective in the league. The very next year, 85-86, son. 85-86, son. And I want to scroll in, but it's not giving me like a real scroll bar to really the deal. I don't know what's going on. I'm using a different browser. But 110.2 points a game. They made less than 1 3-pointer a game, took 3.3. Who's more skilled? Who's more skilled? And they was playing through contact and defense. In 88-89, the pace was 100.6. They did make 2.1 3-pointers a game out of 6.6 being average, and they averaged 109.2 points a game. So when they sit here and they tell you the funky ass lies about scoring and 3-point shooting and about pace, it is all lies. They are lying to you. And this is what I've been trying to explain to people. You have the information at your disposal. If you have to take 36 threes a game, 37 to reach 115.6 points a game, compared to what I'm telling you that they did back in the day, who's more skilled? The pace was about the same, was higher. They took less 3-pointers. And this is the propaganda that they run with. And it's all I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. You just got to know your history. This is when people complain about the NBA being trash. This is what we talking about. So I just wanted to share that, man. These motherfuckers just be lying on microphone. But hit the link in the description, join the Patreon, X, Facebook, Instagram. Peace.